Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. I went and watched it Saturday with producer Nick, and it's not terrible, okay? I had fun. It's Ghostbusters. Paul Rudd is funny. Um, the camaraderie with the family from Afterlife into now. There was a passing of the torch. So now they are the Ghostbusters in New York. Zedmore or Winston is the financial backing behind it, yada, yada, yada. Most people, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Um, so I don't want to, I'm going to do a spoiler section later, but overall, the movie's fine. Okay, the special effects for the most part are pretty good. The ice effects, those are a little wonky. Um, the acting is pretty good. Dan Aykroyd, he's getting a little older, so his eccentric Ray stance doesn't work as well as it used to, at least for me. I mean, he's not terrible, but it really seems forced now to where in the original Ghostbusters, it was very natural. So I don't know. It might just be me nitpicking, but it's fine. Um, so yeah, there were a lot of nostalgia nuggets and this and that. Something that I really appreciated was the expansion of the lore. Now there's a engineering division. You'll notice there are patches. The on the no ghost symbol, the red circle around it is a gear. So that was kind of neat. So I really appreciated that kind of stuff. Um, I think it kind of fell victim to maybe some editing. I think they may not have. They filmed a lot, obviously, and you can tell there were different directions that it could have gone, but they didn't do that. So I don't know if it was decisions made by the studio or Jason Reitman told the director no, or the editor, whatever. But some things were changed. It's obvious. There were a couple little stories here and there that kind of didn't make sense, and some that seemed like they were altered or just edited to where that did certain things didn't happen. Um, so some would say studio interference or it was kind of a mess, no telling what went on behind the scenes. And I think for some reason this movie fell victim to that. So I don't know. It was a little disappointing. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. So I expected a little bit more from it, but I kind of had a feeling on the last trailer something wasn't quite jiving in the trailer. I don't know. The bad guy looked cool and they really, really pumped up the story and all this good stuff. But the third act or the climax was just kind of there. So anyway, do I suggest go and watch it? Sure. It's a fun movie to watch at the theater. I watched it in a GPX theater at the Grand. So it's kind of the Grand's version of a Dolby Cinema. A very large screen, 4K laser projector, um, and Dolby Atmos sound. So it's not a certified Dolby, but it it's it's far in a way better than a traditional movie theater. So I really enjoyed it as far as that goes, but I was disappointed in the overall outcome of the movie. So if I had to give it a rating, probably it's about a six. Um, yeah, I'm sorry guys. It just didn't quite stick the landing as they say. So now I'm gonna go into spoilers. So if you have to leave, please come back and tell me what you think about the movie in the comments and my opinions if you disagree. But getting into spoilers, we're not gonna talk too much, but I was very, very disappointed in the ending. They the movie's 2 hours long, or an hour and 50 minutes, and there is a lot of just talk and buildup of this bad guy, this creature. I can't even remember his name. And all of that just for him to show up at the firehouse, all of the Ghostbusters new and old are there, and they just kind of sit there and shoot their laser proton packs at him, laser, and knowing it's not really going to do anything, except for Phoebe, she made her little alteration. But I don't know. And all they ended up doing the same exact thing they did with Gozer in the previous movie. They weakened him enough to where they can trap him with a large trap. So it I don't know, man. I don't know why the movie would be so long for a 10-minute climax that was just over and done like that. They didn't go anywhere, they didn't do anything. They just showed up at the firehouse. He shows up and he's just standing there stopping them from he's not really doing anything and they're not doing it. It was so weird to me. I don't understand what happened there. I don't know if there was supposed to be more and they cut it out, or if that was the intended ending, then that's kind of lazy. I don't know. It's just so weird, so disappointing. I really thought that we would have gotten more of. I don't know. How about like in the first two Ghostbusters movies? There's like a montage of catching ghosts with music playing, and you get to see all these different ways that they're catching the ghosts in the jewelry store, ghosts running on the track, and they're just, hitting the trap. I mean, there's so many cool things you get to see, and I would have liked to have seen that with these new Ghostbusters. I mean, you see the opening scene where they catch the dragon, and that's it. You don't really see them working per se. I don't know. I guess I expected to see a little bit more something like that. Um, but they went a little slower, and Phoebe is going through her teenage issues, and that's fine. Um, but it seems like there was way more with that little ghost friend that was cut out, and I don't know, man, just a strange movie. I think they edited a lot. A lot of decisions were made in post. I don't know if the writer strike had something to do with it or what happened, but something obviously happened because it just was too far removed from Afterlife and felt too different to me. Afterlife had such heart and soul and just felt like a Ghostbusters movie, and this one did and didn't. It felt like people trying to be. It's so weird. It's so weird. So anyway, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.